Hi Mark, and today I want to talk about the situation of British citizens in the troubled Sudan. I talked a lot about this on my magazine channel. 3 Bundeswehr planes, for example, have already taken off from Sudan with German citizens, and British citizens, on the other hand, continue to wait to be rescued. After the evacuation of British diplomats from Sudan, the government in London has been criticized now. Several British citizens complained in the media that they felt left alone. The chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee in Parliament, Alicia Kearns, told BBC Radio 4 that more than 1,000 Britons are believed to have wanted to be brought to safety. These are sometimes big families. I suspect there are 3,000, 4,000 or more people, said the Conservative politician. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak had previously announced that the British military had evacuated British diplomats and their families. I talked about this in my video this week as well on the magazine channel. And Secretary of State Andrew Mitchell defended the operation. Rescuing embassy staff was a priority because there had been a very specific threat against the diplomatic community in the capital Khartoum. That was what Mitchell told Sky News. He assured that the government is doing what it can. Before a ceasefire, however, there is little chance of help, also because the airfields are fought over. The situation is absolutely desperate and a ceasefire is needed, and the only advice Britain can give people is to stay indoors because that's the safe option, said the Conservative politician. If there isn't going to be an evacuation because it's too dangerous, we have a moral obligation to let British citizens know that decisions as soon as possible will be made so that they can make their own decision, is what Kearns said. Defence Committee Chairman Tobias Ellwood, also Conservative, called for a clear evacuation plan for Britons. A Briton named William told the BBC he left Khartoum on a bus belonging to his Sudanese employer because they have heard nothing but nonsense from the government, as he put it. Briton Iman Abu Gaga told the Telegraph newspaper, "It's a shame how badly they are handling the situation." The first comparisons were made in the media with the chaotic withdrawal of British troops from Afghanistan last summer, during which many Britons or auxiliaries stayed behind. The German Bundeswehr, as I said, has meanwhile launched 3 evacuation planes from the crisis country at the time I'm filming this video. It probably is even more when you see this, because there's a lot happening in Sudan. That's why I several times mentioned my long Sudan video on my magazine channel this week, because on the Africa part I will do the Sudan at the moment, because it affects a lot of countries around the world. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.